The president will be hosting about 150 people expected to attend that event. It is expected to be much smaller than those held by former President Barack Obama. But we are watching the president, the First Lady, the President of France all arrive there outside of the White House and greeting members of the president's cabinet. What a moment this is, though, for this country, Bill, at such a crucial time for foreign policy matters. And as you've been mentioning, there are solid agreement between these two on many issues, but definitely areas of disagreement that will be discussed between these two today. And we'll hear from both of them in the noon hour as well. This relationship continues to grow, not only between these two men, but between these two women who are in a very unique place in history.
Ladies
for
and
their
gentlemen,
countries and for the
national
world.
anthem of the French Republic.
With James Freeman with us. Stand by one moment here for the national anthem, and then we will get on again with the program here from the South Lawn.
Order. Order. Order.
Quite a remarkable time at the White House. Kevin Brady with us in studio. You picked a good time to be in New York, sir. Good morning to you, Chairman of the House Ways and Means Committee. We could talk about trade, we could talk about economies, and I know one of your main focuses is making sure the American people are aware that the tax reform package you passed is heard loud and clear for an election that is 6.5 months away. Do you think it has the staying power to
to convince the American people to keep your majority?
Yeah, I think it does. Look, at the end of the day, Americans will have a choice. Do they want Washington to take back more of their earnings? Do they want to go back to the bad old days of paychecks staying stagnant, U.S. jobs leaving this country, or this new economy where Main Street optimism is at a record high? We're seeing jobs and investment come back to the United States, and there's new hope where there wasn't before.
Okay, there is talk about going back for a second bite of that apple.
There is.
A 2.0 tax reform. How real is that possibility?
Yeah, it's real, and here's what we're trying to do. Change the culture in Washington, where they used to wait 30 years to fix the tax code. America fell farther behind, and so did our workers. So every year we want to look at how can we make our workers more competitive, grow their paychecks, make America stronger and more innovative. So it really is about a new way of looking at these
Why
things.
would that be necessary if the first plan was so good?
So it is. So, but never settle. Our competitors around the world, they're not going to stand still, and that's what happened last time. Also, I think there's areas where we can do even more, like helping families save more and earlier for retirement, generating more innovation here in America. And so my point is never settle. Always improve.
You have a big job in November to save your majority.
Yes, sir.
How tall is that challenge as you look at it
Look,
today?
it's a big one. We have our backs to the wall. There's no question about it. But look, this president's got the right policies for America. You're seeing it in job growth and paycheck growth. And I think we offer the best hope for the country moving forward.
I heard you make a comment this morning with our colleagues on Fox Business about we need a better workforce. If I quoted you correctly, what does that mean, a better workforce?
Yeah, so we're now armed with one of the most competitive tax codes on the planet. We're chasing customers around the world, and we think we need a more skilled workforce that allows America to maximize this new tax code and grow the economy in a major way. And so I'm convinced that we can. We've got great workers. We need them off the sidelines, into the workforce, growing America. We need them.
You also need a new leader because Paul Ryan's going to leave Congress. Who do you believe is best suited right now?
So look, I think, we've got some great people here. Kevin McCarthy, the majority leader, obviously behind him, Steve Scalise,
Did get your
who's
vote?
been doing
Does Kevin
that.
McCarthy
And
get
so
your vote?
when the time comes, I believe so. Here's my point. Right now, let's focus on delivering, uniting, working with this president, and then because we got to make sure we have a speaker to vote for come November.
Can you keep the majority given the headwinds against you?
I believe we can. Look, conventional wisdom says it's going to be difficult, but I believe that we're not voting in April. We vote in November, and I think American people are going to have a clear choice.
I really appreciate you being with us here today, okay? Kevin Brady,
Thank
you. Chairman, House Ways and Means Committee. Got a big job ahead
Yes,
of you,
sir.
but come on back, okay, real soon.
Thank you.
We are getting ready, Sandra, in a moment to hear from both men from the South Lawn.
What a remarkable moment it is to look on at the visit of Emmanuel Macron, his wife Brigitte, celebrating nearly 250 years of U.S.-French relations, our oldest ally. The Macrons arrived yesterday. This is a 3-day visit. The state dinner will be held tonight, the first of President Trump's presidency. He is joined by cabinet officials, lawmakers, military families, the military band playing right now, and others to greet the French president with, as you have noticed, much fanfare.
Yes.
Beautiful music, flags flying. Indeed, what a moment for this country, Bill.
And what a sound. They began their evening last night with a helicopter ride down the Mount Vernon in the home of George Washington. They had dinner down there, and as I mentioned before, these two couples seem to grow in their relationship, and a necessary one of that, given the events around the world and facing their country and our country here at home. And you're going to see a lot of them over the next day and a half. The ceremony at the moment, they'll have a bilateral meeting between the two of them. We will watch that together, Sandra, in the 10 a.m. hour, East Coast time. A cabinet meeting follows that with members from the French delegation as well. Then you've got a joint press conference around noon today, followed by a state dinner tonight, then again the address before Congress tomorrow.
And of course, the world will be watching to see what sort of influence the French president has on the president while he is with him on such pressing issues such as the Iran deal. He wants the president to stay in unless there was a better option there as far as keeping military force on the ground in Syria. We have heard the president say he has intentions to not have a presence there anymore. Emmanuel Macron believes we should. All of this is going to be a huge discussion between these two leaders.
Since the last time they've met, there are new names surrounding the president as well. John Bolton, new national security advisor. He has long advocated of ending the Iran deal. He did not like it from the very beginning. You have the news on Mike Pompeo to be the next Secretary of State, elevated from the CIA, one could argue, with regard to the news and the importance of this North Korea summit that will happen, we are told, at some date soon.
The two couples also got together and planted a sapling tree on the South Lawn. That was the gift from the Macrons. The tree is from Belleau Woods, a historical landmark. That was the site of the deadly World War I battle that left more than 9,000 Americans dead. This all began yesterday with the arrival of the French president.
Of the United States.
Let's listen.
Thank you very much. President Macron, Mrs. Macron, members of the French delegation, and distinguished guests, welcome to the White House.
Macron, membre de la délégation française et invité de marque, soyez les bienvenus à la Maison-Blanche.
Mr. President, Melania and I were honored to visit your majestic country last summer. Now we are thrilled to host you and Brigitte here in America. The wonderful friendship we have developed over the last year is a testament to the enduring friendship that binds our two nations. It is truly fitting that we are holding our first official state visit with the leader of America's oldest ally, the proud nation of France.
Monsieur le Président, Melania et moi avons été honorés de pouvoir visiter votre majestueux pays l'été dernier. À présent, c'est nous qui avons la joie de vous accueillir, vous et Brigitte, ici en Amérique. Cette merveilleuse amitié que nous avons forgée au cours de l'année témoigne de l'amitié durable qui unit nos deux nations. Il est tout à fait juste que nous tenions notre toute première visite d'État officielle avec le dirigeant du plus ancien allié de l'Amérique, la fière nation française.
This morning, we all send our prayers to the Bush family as we wish former President George H.W. Bush a very speedy recovery. I also want to express our deepest sympathies to the Canadian people following the horrendous tragedy in Toronto that claimed so many innocent lives. Our hearts are with the grieving families in Canada.
Je souhaite exprimer mes profonds sentiments d'amitié envers la famille du président Bush. Nous lui espérons une convalescence prompte et bientôt. Et nous sommes également très touchés par les événements récents qui ont eu lieu à Toronto hier et nous sommes proches de toutes les familles endeuillées.
Your visit, Mr. President, comes at a critical time for our alliance. Along with our British friends, the United States and France recently took decisive action in response to the Syrian regime's use of chemical weapons. I want to personally thank President Macron, the French military, and the French people for their steadfast partnership. They were absolutely incredible. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Thank you.
Votre visite intervient à un moment important pour notre alliance. De concert avec nos amis britanniques, les États-Unis et la France ont récemment pris des mesures décisives en réaction à l'utilisation d'armes chimiques par le gouvernement syrien. Je souhaite personnellement remercier le président Macron, les forces armées françaises et le peuple français pour leur partenariat et leur soutien résolu.
The long friendship between the United States and France began 241 years ago this month when a 19-year-old Frenchman named Lafayette set sail to join America's fight for independence. He quickly won the trust of George Washington, fought bravely in the battle, and helped secure the aid of France for the American cause. Decades later, President Andrew Jackson wrote that the memory of Lafayette will be second only to that of Washington in the hearts of the American people.
Cette longue amitié entre les États-Unis et la France a commencé il y a 241 ans ce mois-ci, quand un jeune Français de 19 ans, nommé Lafayette, a pris la mer pour aller rejoindre la lutte pour l'indépendance de l'Amérique. Très vite, il gagna la confiance de George Washington, s'acquitta avec bravoure sur le champ de bataille et œuvra pour que la cause américaine obtienne de la France toute l'aide nécessaire. Quelques décennies plus tard, le président Andrew Jackson écrira que le seul souvenir à dépasser celui de Lafayette dans le cœur des Américains est celui de Washington.
The beautiful friendship between the United States and France, forged in revolution, has changed the course of history. Exactly 100 years ago this spring, Americans fought side by side with the gallant French in World War I. A generation later, in the Second World War, hundreds of thousands of young Americans and free French sacrificed together to save civilization in its hour of greatest need.
Cette magnifique amitié entre la France et les États-Unis, tissée dans la Révolution, a changé le cours de l'histoire. Il y a 100 ans, exactement ce printemps, des Américains se sont battus côte à côte avec les vaillants Français durant la Première Guerre mondiale. Une génération plus tard, pendant la Seconde Guerre mondiale, des centaines de milliers de jeunes Américains et les forces françaises libres ont fait le sacrifice de leur personne pour sauver la civilisation en ce moment de grand besoin.
60,000 American service members rest for eternity beneath the peaceful fields and hills of the French countryside. And in the soil of Virginia and Georgia, French patriots whose names are known only to God lie in unmarked graves. Today we meet to affirm this friendship that has flourished as an example to the world for more than 2 centuries.
60 000 membres des forces armées américaines reposent pour toute l'éternité sous les paisibles champs et collines de la campagne française. Et, sous les terres de Virginie et de Géorgie, reposent dans des tombes anonymes des patriotes français dont seul Dieu connaît le nom. Aujourd'hui, nous nous retrouvons pour affirmer cette amitié dont l'épanouissement a fait figure d'exemple pour le monde depuis plus de 2 siècles.
Our 2 great republics are linked together by the timeless bonds of history, culture, and destiny. We are people who cherish our values, protect our civilization, and recognize the image of God in every human soul. This legacy has made us who we are and given us what we hold dear, the blessings of faith and freedom, the marvels of art and science, the love of family and community, and the defense of home and country.
Nos 2 grandes républiques sont unies par les liens intemporels de l'histoire, de la culture et du destin. Nous sommes 2 peuples qui chérissons nos valeurs, qui protégeons notre civilisation et reconnaissons l'image de Dieu dans chaque âme humaine. Cet héritage a fait de nous ce que nous sommes et nous a donné ce qui nous tient à cœur, les bénédictions de la foi et de la liberté, les merveilles de l'art et de la science, l'amour de la famille et de la communauté et la défense du foyer et de la patrie.
This righteous calling, this sacred heritage, is what moved a young Frenchman to risk death for American liberty at Yorktown. It is what spurred the Americans to storm the cliffs of Omaha Beach. It is what drove the farmers of Massachusetts to stand at Concord Bridge and the citizens of Paris to man the barricades. And just weeks ago, we added a new name to this chronicle of our great heroes, a brave French policeman named Arnaud Beltrame. Colonel Beltrame stared down evil and did not flinch. He laid down his life for his neighbors, for his country, and for civilization itself. A great man.
C'est cette noble vocation, cet héritage sacré, c'est cela qui a mu un jeune Français à confronter la mort pour la liberté de l'Amérique à Yorktown. C'est cela qui a motivé les Américains à prendre d'assaut les falaises d'Omaha Beach. C'est cela qui a poussé les fermiers à tenir bon sur le pont de Concord Bridge et les citoyens de Paris à monter aux barricades. Et il y a quelques semaines à peine, nous avons ajouté un nouveau nom à cette chronique de nos grands héros, un brave gendarme français nommé Arnaud Beltrame. Le colonel Beltrame a regardé le mal droit dans les yeux et il n'a pas vacillé. Il a sacrifié sa vie pour ses voisins, pour son pays et pour la civilisation elle-même. Un grand homme.
And through that immortal deed, a son of France reminded the world of the true measure of our strength.
Ce geste immortel, un fils de la France a rappelé au monde quelle était la véritable dimension de notre force.
President Macron, people of France, people of America, now is the time for strength. So let us be strong, let us be united. Let us honor our past and face our future with confidence and with pride. And let the United States and France stand forever in solidarity for the noble cause of liberty and peace. Thank you very much. Thank you, Mr. President.
Monsieur le Président Macron, peuple de France, peuple d'Amérique, il est maintenant temps de faire preuve de force. Alors soyons forts, soyons unis, honorons notre passé et faisons face à l'avenir avec confiance et fierté. Et faisons en sorte que les États-Unis et la France soient éternellement solidaires en faveur de la noble cause de la liberté et de la paix. Je vous remercie.
Ladies and gentlemen, the President of the French Republic.
Monsieur le Président, cher Donald Trump, chère Mélania, chère Brigitte, Mesdames et Messieurs distingués invités, je vous remercie pour votre accueil et pour l'honneur que vous rendez à la France et à l'amitié franco-américaine, car cette visite d'État, la première de votre mandat, consacre la force séculaire des liens qui unissent nos deux pays.
Mr. President, dear Donald Trump, dear Melania, dear Bridget, Mesdames et Messieurs, dear distinguished guests, thank you for your warm welcome and for honoring France and the Franco-American friendship with this state visit, the first of your presidency, which bears witness to the strength of the centenary-old bonds that unites our two countries.
Permettez-moi, avant toute chose, de me joindre à vos condoléances et d'adresser ici les pensées du peuple français pour la famille du président Bush et de me joindre à la tristesse du peuple américain à l'endroit du peuple canadien suite à la terrible attaque survenue hier à Toronto. Dans ces moments aussi, nous nous tenons ensemble.
But first of all, please allow me to join your condolences addressed by the French people to the Canadian people and to express our deepest sympathy to President Bush and his family. It is in these sad moments as well and in these terrible circumstances and against these attacks that we stand together.
Il y a 2 siècles, c'est le marquis de Lafayette qui était accueilli ici, de retour aux États-Unis, 30 ans après la guerre d'indépendance. Il était alors resté près de 14 mois parmi vous. Mon séjour sera malheureusement plus bref, mais il revêt une signification particulière pour moi comme pour l'ensemble de mes concitoyens qui nourrissent pour votre peuple, Monsieur le Président, des sentiments anciens, puissant et sincère.
2 centuries ago, it was Marquis de Lafayette who was welcomed here back to the United States, 30 years after the War of Independence. At the time, he spent almost 14 months amongst you. Unfortunately, my stay will be shorter, but it is of special importance to me and to all my fellow citizens who for a long time have had powerful and sincere feelings for your people, Mr. President.
Dans l'Amérique, j'ai vu plus que l'Amérique, écrivait Tocqueville. Il y avait vu en effet une image de la démocratie elle-même, un idéal qui devait guider nos hommes d'État, inspirer le fonctionnement de nos institutions et reconnaître la place de l'individu libre.
In America, I saw more than America, wrote Tocqueville. Indeed, in it, he acknowledged the shape of